Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to another BoxyCharm review video. This week we are going to be reviewing the BoxyCharm box for the month of October. You guys have been really enjoying these kinds of videos. I've seen that a lot more people are engaging in those and things like that. So I'm super stoked about that because these are the videos that I absolutely love to do. These are one of my favorites and I love bringing you all of the details and all of my thoughts when it comes to BoxyCharm products that I receive. BoxyCharm has been such a wonderful beauty subscription box. I've been enjoying so much just getting all of those full-sized products that I've been able to add to my collection, products that I never would have thought to go into a store to purchase that specific product, if that makes sense. And it just makes me super excited that you guys are enjoying that. And I just think that BoxyCharm is such a wonderful subscription box. If you're looking to build your kit, I think this is really gonna help you out. I feel like you get a good variety of products. You get everyday products, you get like bold eyeshadows and products, you get a lot of skincare in there too. So it's just a wonderful service if you are starting out in makeup. So in this video, I'm gonna be showing you all of the products that I got in this month's box. This is the look that I came up with and I absolutely adore how it came out. I love that I was able to incorporate a lot of the different products in the palette that I received here. And this is not a first impression. This is actually my second time sitting down and filming this video because the first time was a first impression and I was just getting a little bit like unsure of my reviews. I really needed more time to sit down and really play with these products and just to get to know them better. So I feel like when it comes to getting that video as soon as possible, I'd rather instead upload these kinds of videos a little bit later, maybe like a week later after receiving my box. That way I get that entire week of use and that entire week of just playing with these products and using them over and over again. Like one of these products I've been using every single day for the entire week. So it just gives me a really good overview of what these products are all about. And even some of the products in here, it did change my mind and I ended up liking them after that first impression. So I think I've decided to wait a little bit longer on my reviews and maybe getting this video a little bit later than most, but really give you a really good overview of what they're all about and my thoughts behind them. So yeah, that's what I have for you guys in this video. And before we get started, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel before you leave, and share this video with your friends. And maybe you are in one of those, I've seen a lot of like Facebook groups that are dedicated to BoxyCharm. So if you like my video and you'd like to share it with your friends, go ahead and do that. I'd love to hear from even more people and what their thoughts are in this subscription service. So without further ado, if you want to see how I achieved this look and what my thoughts are on my BoxyCharm box for the month of October, then please stay on and keep on watching. Alright guys, so in this month's box we got two skincare products, and the very first one was one that I was super excited about. I just love getting skincare in these boxes, and the very first one is this mask that we got, and it's the Dermovia Lace Appeal with compression technology black bamboo charcoal peel off mask. And I was so excited to get a product like this because as soon as I started doing a little bit more YouTube videos and filming more with makeup, I noticed that my skin was getting a little bit too dirty and my pores were getting like super clogged with all of that gunk, and it was just screaming for a really deep cleaning. So I was really stoked to get this mask right here, and it's a really interesting one. It's a little bit too complicated in my opinion to use, but it worked absolutely wonderful. So in the description of it, it says that it uses a naturally blended peel paste formulated with bamboo charcoal, aloe vera, and chamomile in conjunction with a compression lace mask to support the peel process and instantly turn dull complexion into radiant skin. skin. So this is basically a peel off mask, a detox mask that's gonna help you get the deepest of cleanses in your face. So what you do is basically you get a little tube, and I'm gonna do inserts of what my process was for using this mask. You get a little tube with a dark paste on it. You spread that out all over your face, and I did notice that it wasn't going like as smooth, so you do have to work to get an even layer of that paste all over your face. And it's gonna take you a little while. And then after you put on the paste all over your face, you take out the black lace mask from your pouch and then put it on top of that. So what's gonna happen is that the black lace mask is going to like stick to the paste that you have underneath. So you really want to make sure to press that lace onto that layer of the gel, and then you like loop it around your ear so that it's really tight, and then it has like a chin like a little chin part too, so you pull it up and then once again loop it around your ears. Now the reason that you really want to make sure to press that lace on your skin is because after you've left it there for like 15 to 20 minutes, it says in the instructions, what you're gonna do is peel it off. So your lace is gonna help you literally peel off that paste that's underneath, and then after that, all of the residue, you just wash all of that off and your skin is going to feel so clean. That's how my skin felt. I felt my skin like just super like it literally felt like a blank slate, super clean, and it absolutely helped me when it comes to the blackheads that I was starting to get in this nose area from once again using a lot of heavy makeup, because I started to film more makeup looks and things like that. So my skin definitely needed that really deep cleanse. Now after using this mask, I really do recommend to you moisturize because your skin is going to feel a little bit tight, a little bit on the drier side. So really make sure to go in with your go-to moisturizer and just bring all of that moisture back into your skin. This mask is on the pricier side. It retails for $30 and you get 2 applications out of it, but I feel like it would be a really good product if you just want to pamper yourself, spoil yourself. It works and it'll definitely help you clean out your skin from within. And the second skincare product that I got on my BoxyCharm box was the Green Clean Makeup Melt Away Cleansing Balm by Farmacy, and it says it's made exclusively for BoxyCharm, which I thought it was really neat. It says it's a nourishing facial cleansing balm that melts away makeup and pollution residue. Even the boldest eye makeup and long wear foundation is easily removed, leaving skin hydrated and silky smooth. Now it was really funny because this week I actually got 2 cleansing balms. The other one that I received this week was the Pond's cleansing balm that does the same thing, melts makeup and moisturizes skin. It's this one right here, and I got this one on my influencer box. So I got the chance to basically compare these two. Now both of these do different things. Now this one right here, the Pond's one, it's of course a more affordable option. It's $8, and this one claims to do both, remove makeup and cleanse your skin. Now full disclosure, I'm not a big fan of like makeup removing balms. I feel like they're too messy, and I'm just like very religious when it comes to my Neutrogena makeup remover towelettes. These ones right here, I feel like just taking a little wipey and just removing all of the makeup and then throwing away the wipe is a much easier process than like going into a balm and then spreading all of that out and wiping it off, and it gets all over your hands, and it's just a messy process. For environmental reasons, I do understand that this is a cleaner process, so I will say that. But for me and my makeup routine and my skincare routine, I just feel that going in with a makeup wipe first is going to work out better and it's easier. Now going back to the balms, because I've been using both of these all week long, this one, the smell of this one just reminded me of like childhood and like the very first moisturizers that my mom bought me. So just getting to smell that again, it just took me back. But this one claims that it's like both a makeup remover and that it's also a cleanser. Now, I do agree that it just melts away all of the makeup. I will like spread it around all over my face and then just like start wiping. And then on the eyes, I just like close my eyes and like wipe the top of my lashes. And that was my very first thing that I was super nervous about, just getting the product in my eyes. But then when you use it more, you get used to it. Full disclosure, again, this is the very first time that I'm using makeup remover balms. Now with this one, once all of the makeup has like melted away, you go in with water and it starts foaming up, activating that cleansing property in the Pond's one. So once you start wiping, all you do is just start spreading and really like cleaning your entire face. You can even go with one of those like rotating brushes and just go on top of that, because it will foam up and clean your face. It does a wonderful job of cleaning. But for me, I think it's just like a psychological thing that I just, when I wiped it off, I feel like I needed to go in with another cleanser just to really get rid of all of that makeup, because I feel like even when you go in with your balm first and then it starts to foam up, you're still like scrubbing your makeup all over your face, and it like the bacteria is still there, if that makes sense. I don't know, again, it's maybe like a psychological thing that I feel like I have to like wash it off and then go into another cleanser, which again creates another process, which again, it's another extra product that I would have to use, and it's another like wash. It's a little bit messier. So I don't know, again, I've been using both of these all week and they've done a wonderful job at cleaning my face. But again, I do have to go in, or I do go in with a cleanser afterwards. Now when it comes to this one does not have the cleanser properties that this one has, and this one is $20, but it has a beautiful, like a beautiful clean, kind of like cucumbery smell to it. It's very fresh, it's super nice, and it does, again, it does work to just melt away all of your makeup. So if you are a fan of these makeup removing balms, then you have two really good options right here, other than the Clinique one, because I believe the Clinique one is more expensive than these two. So here's two other options if you're looking for something that's like another alternative to that. And this one's really affordable. This one's around $20, so it's totally up to you and your personal preference. And the next product that I got in this month's box was the IT Cosmetics Superhero Mascara. And this is the product that I was talking about in the beginning, that I said that I kind of went from feeling about it to really loving this mascara. This mascara is so wonderful at just like lengthening your lashes. The one thing that I will say is that the wand itself does grab a lot of products, so it's super easy to like make your lashes look clumpy. So really be careful about that. You don't need a lot. You really want to make sure to like wipe away all of like the excess product in your mascara wand and then go into your lashes. You want to be careful in not making them look too clumpy, so it'll less is more when it comes to this mascara. That's what I'm trying to say. So just be very careful about that, but it will do a beautiful job at lengthening. I've been using it every single day since I received it, and I've been loving it. And it goes to show that you really have to use a product more than once to really know how you feel about it. I am wearing it right now on my lower lashes and my top lashes. I am wearing falsies though. I am trying out the Ardell Faux Mink Wispies in the style Wispies. So it's these ones right here. I do have to say that they looked fuller in the packaging. I don't feel like they're as bold and as dramatic as I would have wanted these lashes to be, but I'm trying them out and so far so good. I feel like this would be a more appropriate everyday lash instead of lashes for a bold look like this one. But we're trying them out and giving them a shot. But I really do recommend this mascara. If you want to try it out, go ahead. You will not be disappointed. Once again, just go in with a light hand when you go into your lashes. And the next product that I received in this month's box was the Kat Von D liquid lipstick in the shade Mother. It's this beautiful color right here. It's my very first time trying out her lippies. I've heard wonderful things about them. This is the swatch of the actual product. As you can see, it's like a pinky with like a blue purple undertones to it. It's a beautiful like a berry pink color. I did try it out with this eye look just to show you application and how easy it is for you to get like a precise application because of this doe foot applicator. It's really small, so it really allows you to get in with a lot of detail on your lips. The opacity and the pigment is there. It's not too drying, which is usually like my discomfort with liquid lipstick. They usually like super dry my lips, and my lips are usually super chapped, so I don't want anything that's gonna dry them even further. So this one didn't do that. It is comfortable, it's super pigmented once again, and it's just a really beautiful color. But with this look right here, I'm not wearing it today obviously, but because it didn't go with my eyes, but it's a beautiful color. I would save it for those more summer times. I feel like when it comes to the fall, I enjoy more of the nudes and the reds, the dark reds, the cherries, and these colors I will use more towards the summer with some very beautiful softer eye looks. And on my lips today, just FYI, is the Flower Beauty matte lipstick in the shade Cinnamon Crush. And last but certainly not least is the palette that was included in this month's box, which was the Pure Midnight Masquerade Face palette. It's this little guy right here, and I do have to say right off the bat that this palette was not my favorite, not because of the formula or how it performed, but because of the colors. And once again, whenever I get like a lot of bold and different colored shadows in one palette, I do get a little bit like confused as to how to use it and how to go about using this kind of a palette. So what I will do in these cases is just hop onto the BoxyCharm Instagram page and get some inspiration. Search on the hashtag BoxyCharm, and I'll usually get some inspiration from other girls who've used the palettes just to like really get a sense on how I can mix colors and so on. When you open up the palette, it smells like cocoa. It smells like chocolate in here. The face colors do have a beautiful like chocolatey smell. And the reason also that I wasn't a fan of this palette is because this kind of a palette is meant to be a all-in-one palette, a palette that you can grab, travel with, and you're supposed to get everything you need in one palette. But for me, I feel that if I would consider traveling with this one, I would still need additional products, another bronzer, I would want another highlight for this palette. I would still need my transition shades to create full eyeshadow looks when it comes to just doing everyday looks and doing nighttime looks as well. For me personally, when I'm starting out an eyeshadow look, I always like to go in with a bone shade and just go all over the lid to get that blank slate to start an eyeshadow look. And then I also like to start with a cool, almost like the color of my bronzer, or sometimes I'll use my bronzer for a really good transition shade just to go in all over the crease. So I didn't get either of those shadow options in my palette here. So if I were to take this palette as a like go-to easy, just throw it in my travel bag and go and get everything you need in one, I wouldn't count on this one to do that. Now that's not to say that the colors in here aren't beautiful, because they are absolutely stunning. You get one highlighter that's called Twilight. You get two blushes, which are Modern Secret and Reveal for darker skin tones, and you get the shade Enchantment, which I believe it's supposed to be a bronzer. Now I wouldn't use Enchantment for a bronzer because it does have a lot of shimmer in there. When it comes to the highlight, I really did appreciate that it wasn't too glittery. I do love highlighters that are just like soft and that they're kind of like wet looking, and I feel like this highlighter did give me that. It's just like a beautiful light on your skin, and it's not gonna be too glittery. Again, it's not chunky, it's super smooth, it's beautiful. I just would have wanted a little bit more pop and a highlighter that was a little bit more blinding. The blushes in here are absolutely beautiful and super pigmented, so do make sure to go in with a very light hand because they do pack a lot of pigment. Now the shade Reveal I'm actually using on the inner portion of my lower lash line right here, and I loved it even more than the actual purple in here. This purple, I'm using it on the outer portion of my lower lash line, and I just wanted, at the end, I started out using this one, but when I went in with the blush color on my inner corners, I just went in all of the way, and I just would rather use this one all the way on my lower lash line because it was a beautiful, super pigmented and super smooth color. I loved it, and I love that I have it as an option for eyeshadow. I really want to use that shade Reveal all over my lid for an upcoming look. Now when it comes to the look that I have going on right now, I did start out with the Urban Decay Primer Potion just to really prime my lids to make sure that my eyeshadows would stay in place. Then I went in with my translucent powder, set that in the eyes, and as far as my transition shade, I used my bronzer just to go in all over the crease, and then after that I deepened out my crease using the shade Sneak Peek. Now when it comes to the shade Sneak Peek, this one was my least favorite in this palette because it is a little bit muddy and it's not as smooth as I would have wanted. It is a little bit tough to like really get a good blend. You do have to pack on the color. You do have to layer it to get that pigmentation that you would want in a color like this. So that was my least favorite color in the palette. And then after that, I am using on my lids the colors Mask Off and Showtime. Now this is the second eye look that I've done using this palette, and the first look that I did, I just took Showtime all over my lid and it was super easy to work with. That's the most beautiful shade in here. Actually, Mask Off and Showtime are both my favorite shadows in this palette because they just go on super smoothly. You can even just take like your finger, go into Showtime, that blue shade, and just drag it all over your lid. It's gonna be a breeze to put it on and get that bold pigment that you want. Same thing with Mask Off. Now I do recommend doing your eyes first and then your foundation because you are gonna get fallout with these shadows, but nothing too bad that you can't just like wipe out super easily. But I really do love those two shadows so much. Now like I mentioned on my lower lash line, I am using both Reveal and Disguise, and I absolutely loved the shade Reveal. That blush shade, it's super smooth and it's super, I mean, it's beautifully pigmented. It's super smooth and I absolutely loved it as a shadow. Again, I need it all over my lids like right now. And then to deepen out my outer V's right here, I used the shade at 12 AM. Again, another beautiful, super pigmented shadow. I loved it a lot. Again, I think the only shadow that I wasn't too sure about was Sneak Peek, that matte shade in here. The shimmers are absolutely gorgeous. I think like the overall point for me when it comes to this palette being an all-in-one is that I need more mattes in here. I'm kind of like realizing that all of these, the 4 face colors and 5 out of the 6 shadows in here are shimmers, so I do need more mattes for this to be a grab and go palette for me to do like everyday looks. But if you're someone who does like working with a lot of shimmers for your eye looks, then this one's going to be one that you are going to enjoy. And finally, on my inner corners, I am using the shade Exposed. It's this one right here and it's a beautiful silver color. I do wish, however, that this shade was a little bit more smooth and just the tiniest bit more pigmented. I feel like when I was placing it on my inner corners, I had to be like really careful and not swiping and just like really packing it on so that it wouldn't like poof, like like fluff everywhere with glitter. It's a shade that I just, again, I needed a little bit more smoothness and pigmentation out of it. Overall, I just loved playing with this eyeshadow palette so much. I really loved it. I think this color is so unique. It's a beautiful like greenish gold that I've never seen before, and it's a color that's very unique to my collection. I've never owned a color like this one, and it turned out beautiful on my lids. And in the future, whenever I'm thinking of potentially doing like a blue look, I will consider using this one because it did not let me down. I do feel like the palette is a little bit on the pricier side. It's $38, almost $40, and it doesn't give you everything that you need to create a full look. I feel like palettes that are in that price range. You can get palettes that do give you like a wider range of shadows that you would need for a bold look like this, and that would be even a little bit more affordable. Or if you're looking for a palette that is in this price range, I think you can get better quality just for a few dollars more. I'm thinking like in the Anastasia range. So I do feel that it is a little bit on the pricier side, but it's still a pretty good palette. And that is it for this video, you guys. Those were all of my thoughts when it comes to this month's box, my BoxyCharm for the month of October. I really did enjoy playing with these products. I love that there was a little bit more skincare in here because my skin definitely did need it after doing a lot more different makeup looks and more often. Let me know in that comment section down below what you got in this month's box. If you are a subscriber of BoxyCharm, what your thoughts were. Did you enjoy the products that you received? And anything in between. If you have any questions on the products that I used today, on the makeup look itself, let me know in that comment section down below. I'd love to hear from you. I've been really loving just interacting with you guys, and just the fact that you guys are even here watching my videos, I'm floored and I'm super happy about that. But definitely like a little bit of a rough week for me at work. It wasn't my best week yet. It was just a week of like one struggle after the other, and just a lot of situations that were foreign to me when it comes to like the workplace, and it's just a lot of conflict and different things like that. But just coming in here in the weekends, I film on Saturdays, and just being able to like dive in and just like dive into this little space that I have to film, it's been wonderful. And I really do hope that you guys are enjoying this kind of content, because it's what I love to do. I feel like sometimes we get a little bit down, or I feel down, when I see other pages with this like absolutely amazing and killer artistry, all of these wonderful artists that are like super talented, and it just kind of like kills your confidence a little bit, and it just makes you think like, is it worth it? Is the makeup industry too cluttered by now? Is it even like worth it to do these videos? But when I get to swatching and playing and doing all of these things with makeup, I just love it too much to like let it go, you know? So that's what makes it all worth it. Just at the end of the week, when I get to like sit down and play with makeup, it's kind of like painting but on my face, and it's just releasing all of my creative juices and what I have to offer. It eases my mind, and it just makes my heart happy, especially this week after the work week that I had. My heart just feels happy to be sitting down and playing with makeup and creating a look like this one. But anywho, aside of all of that, I just want to thank you guys so much for being here, for subscribing. Again, if you did like this video, go ahead and give it a big old thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. The quality in my videos, I know it's not like the best. I am working on getting like better lighting and really like studying how to like make this room, this working space that I have to work with, a little bit better for you guys, so that you get like the best experience that you can when you come to my channel. So yeah, I want to thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching, for taking the time and watching my videos. I hope you're having a wonderful day wherever you are, and if you're going through anything rough, just stay positive, push through it, and find that thing that makes your heart jump with happiness, and pursue those things, because they are worth pursuing. Thank you so much for being here, and hopefully I will see you right here on my next video. Bye guys.